Me at all that he's in sales because he's been like that his whole life.
You ready? We'll open the meeting at 8:16. Mr. Mike, we will turn the floor over to you.
Still fixing some bridges. Had to do some patching. Roads got tore up. You just got a call Friday on another one that got tore up.
Okay.
8 south, just past 5 west. I'm not gonna patch it yet. We just do some stone in it, so.
Okay.
Cutting some ditches. Having problems getting locates.
I thought they had to do it within 24 hours or something.
3 days. 3 days.
And then how long are they good for?
15. But some people's not responding. So.
But if they don't respond and you get to your
And
3
if they
days,
don't call us back, then it's on them. It's supposed to be on them.
yeah, as long as you get your
They're
ticket
supposed to
number.
contact us saying, hey, it's gonna be a problem. We can't get there for another day or two. But when they don't call back,
Free game.
it's
Got
what
'em.
it is, but you don't want to.
Right.
Because it's scary what happens.
Yeah.
But other than that, can't really crack seal. Can't close the road.
So harvest is
It's a
over.
problem. And then it'll be too cold to do it, so.
Well, you got
But
through the
we've got
majority
a
of it.
lot, yeah. I did.
Good job.
I did want to get 4 and 6 done, but it is what it is.
Now, those guys, they got a lot of miles
Mm-hmm.
covered.
Yeah, they did good.
He's got 2 trucks in the pug mill on the municipal bid on there.
Saw that.
Yep. Morning.
The
Morning.
truck went up to 5 this morning. And no bids in the buggy.
Okay. What about your new truck?
Still sitting at Rose.
We even gonna have it before plow season?
He said we'll have the truck, but maybe not the sander, because it was 30 weeks out. He didn't tell us that when we ordered it. Mm-hmm. So we keep hounding him. Oh, next Monday. Monday comes. Nope, it ain't ready. We called last week. And she told us, well, the bed ain't even ready. Okay. Might find somebody else to do it next time.
Yeah. Apparently we're gonna have to.
That's all I got.
What do you need from us?
$1 million. You want to?
Yeah, she don't,
No.
she don't have a limit.
I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with everything that's been going on, so I don't know.
Absolutely.
Got Matt coming today. He's gonna look at our tile. Tile runs off our gutters, goes out. Something got clogged up. We had the shop flood twice.
Okay.
We might have to remove a tree or find something that.
Or it's roots or something going into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Find out when he gets there.
Okay.
Good.
I'm good.
Good.
I like it.
Thank you for
Thank
everything.
you.
Thanks,
I'll let you know after we do.
no worries.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you, Mike.
Yep.
Have a good day.
You too.
Good.
Linda left this on my desk Friday. It's the yearly agreement with CSI, which is their reporting software.
Morning.
Morning. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sir. Hey, how are you?
Not bad. Super short.
Thank you, sir.
Informational stuff.
Morning.
All right. Give you an update on conversations with the sheriffs with Newton, Jasper and White, about putting a deputy or two on their tactical team up there. We ran into a problem, obviously, we're short, we don't have any backup. We tried to get state police the other day and that didn't work out very well for us, so they have extended the opportunity for us to join their team. So we went up and met with the tactical team leadership and the sheriffs, and they have a really neat process for onboarding. The first year, the guys don't even really go out. They go train with them to see if that's what they really want to do. They have to take a physical exam, run, do all that stuff, and then the team votes on whether they're going to bring them on. So it's kind of a crawl, walk, run. So it's a really good process for us. So we're going to continue to look into that. I think Austin and Hayden are going to go up and watch one of their practices at the end of this month, just to see what it's like and make sure it's a good fit for us.
And so what does the tactical team do?
So basically what it does is it goes out, like if they needed, we're gonna serve a high-risk search warrant in Boswell, or there is a violent situation where it's a hostage, something like that, something that we just don't have enough bodies for, or the technical experience for.
So they'll come here and help us out.
Yeah. Yep, no cost.
There is no cost
No, there's no cost. They,
Be about like mutual aid with fire departments.
yeah, exactly. And if there's anything that they need, I think I might have to buy them a ballistic helmet or something like that, but I can do that out of commissary. And it's pretty good for us because I think there's a total of 14 deputies on that tactical team. So I think all in all, but what I really like is the guys get to go to the practices and make sure that it's something to, they only practice once a month. And they onboard them. If they actually accept them after a year, then they would go to SWAT school. But, so that is kind of where we're at. So we're kind of crawl, walk around with that, see how it goes. So the next step is guys are gonna go up and watch the practice. I think it's in Monticello. They got a tactical medical thing they're doing. Question on that, or do I need to do anything to replace the Windows machines? I didn't know anything about that till Matt came.
Well, so Silverback put us in a hell of a position.
Yeah.
They knew this was coming down the pike and they never said anything about it, and it should have been budgeted.
Kind of feels like
Going
that.
into this, each of the departments should have been budgeted. So far, what Matt's found out, it looks like most departments, except which one was it, Beth, that absolutely didn't have anything?
So it's the veterans and then the judge.
The judge. On yours, if you can do the primary ones that for this year.
Yes, sir.
Wait for the new deputies after the first of the year.
Okay,
You'll still have time.
yes,
So let's do that.
okay,
It's put us, it's like it just keeps following and just pops up every other month with them.
right. So replace the ones that Matt said that will be out of,
Yes, to cover what you need now,
okay,
just the ones you need now.
okay,
And then after the first of the year, once we get into the new year, then once that new deputy's hired,
okay, cool,
then we'll move forward because then we'll be in a different next year's.
perfect. That'll work.
This is not anything that we wanted to do to any of the departments, but we're gonna shut down if we don't have them. I mean, they're gonna be end of life and we're not gonna be able to
Well,
operate.
we don't want to put our infrastructure at risk.
And what we did find out was it's not as many as I originally thought. So when Matt went through and done
good.
each department, each office is not every one of them. Like there's some of them that are for the public that can be moved over and they're used for that. And then we'll update the personnel's so that they're up to date. And then we can still use the newer ones they have and put in place for the public. So it's still gonna be expensive for this year to get, but we're gonna not be as bad as what we thought going into it.
Good deal, good deal. Man, the grass is growing around the jail.
Mhm.
He did a really
Yeah,
good job.
Dustin's done a nice job.
I want a big shout out to him for doing that. Really the next step, is to just get, Whitus to come in and fix those big cracks that were on the inside of the jail now. There's no more water coming in. So we've got the, trustees are gonna start scraping paint on the block wall, on the jail connection, and get all that old paint off. It kept popping every time we paint it, and we'll paint that, because in 2 months, I've got my jail
I
inspection.
was gonna ask when the next inspection.
Yeah, every year it seems to be in the first 2 weeks, so we're getting started early on that, so we're gonna start scraping paint, start hand painting some of that stuff, so pretty happy about that, that really worked out well. Thank you, John, and everybody for all your help with that, I feel like that's gonna save the building. I had a trustee go out and finish power washing the sidewalk, get the mud and everything off of it, and then they power washed the curb and hand painted all that yellow out there to set that up, make that look great. So that entrance coming in off the south jail is perfect. It works just great.
Good.
So did we budget for fixing the roof next year?
That's all in part of what's, yes, so there's money put aside already through the council for that, up to, I can't remember what the total dollars were, so when we're done with this part, we're gonna have Beth get all the money that we've spent up to this point. That way it can be, I don't wanna say reimbursed, because that's not the right words for it, but out of this fund that the council has approved us to use out of to pay for these, and then we can move forward with the road. I can't remember total dollar figures, but yes, there is money there, and then in 26 is when the other, like cume tax or whatever goes in.
Right.
We'll start in 26, that'll generate money for the jail as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I figured that was a next year thing.
It was an increase.
Yeah,
Cool.
so,
So yeah, I figured that and whatever you guys are gonna do for a new building and all
I don't
that
know if
stuff.
we're gonna, at this time, I don't know if we're gonna have time to get that roof on now.
No,
It'll have to be in the spring.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it till next year. So right now, I'm gonna knock on wood before I say this, the patches are holding on that Smart Roofing did
Okay,
2 years ago.
okay.
So,
Well, they can get us back through this winter, then that'll be our next step next year's,
yeah,
the roof.
cool. And then, end of the year, defensive tactics is going on Thursday and Friday, so if you wanna come in and watch that, or you feel like you wanna get rolling around the mat a little bit, I've got, deputies, I've got, marshals are coming in, so I've got some of the marshals are coming to the training, over at the outside law enforcement in Benton County, so they're coming in, so. Get everybody trained, make sure they're certified by the end of the year, and we will be done, with that. I've got, the only training I've got left after this for, the COs is, I've got Lenny Pop, who is a certified instructor in, gel extraction. He had some barricade himself and stuff, so, he's gonna come out and we're gonna do some gel extraction training. And then for our legal guy, the only thing it's the end of the year, so we're getting a lot of public records requests. Nothing out of the ordinary. I'm gonna see your CPC contract for medical. I wanna see your this, that. So if I run anything weird, I'll send it to you guys and get your legal advice on it. Other than that, good. Man, that's a dental building, a beautiful building, man. I got a chance to peek inside of it.
Yeah.
Nice. So,
Okay.
that's it. You guys
All right.
have any questions? Good luck. Is farming going all right, John?
Yeah, moving pretty smooth for the
Perfect.
most part.
Perfect. And hopefully, we won't get as dry as we were and won't have any more fire.
Yeah, we'll give it a few days and see.
No wind.
Yeah, that was an incredible one yesterday. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna text Jason and see if he can come in now.
Well,
Find anything out on your trees at the railroad,
Eli
Ron?
had an orthodontist appointment, so that was.
Trees
the
at the
best
railroad?
he could do. He said if he
Where
got
the,
here sooner, he'd come in.
that back way around
I
Otterburn.
tried.
Yeah,
What do you wanna do for now?
haven't heard anything yet.
Go over
Well, they're not
to
gonna
that.
do it. Do we need to do it, or
We can't speed things
But-
up, get in trouble.
Mike was talking about getting one of
No,
those.
I won't get in trouble, it's just. the
Cutters
one left is
to turn
Jason.
sideways.
Eli had it.
He had some work next summer to do.
Did you get through
So-
that contract last night?
We could hold off till then.
Man,
well, Gephardt,
I don't
they
have
called
any
me
issue
about
with it.
They
The only
running
thing-
semis there
The
and they
only
can't
two
see.
I had 3 changes that I marked.
Yeah,
I highlighted them. The one was and we talked about it on the phone the other day, was the
Brown County versus.
Brown
Benton
County versus Benton County. The second one was, let's see. I just wanted to make sure that there weren't any issues with, in paragraph 5.5, it says, county shall hold Mainstream harmless and waive any claim related directly or indirectly to their failure to obtain, any wireless broadband service agreement within the service area. I just wanted to make sure, the way that read to me was, this agreement is a co-op agreement. But then when I read that paragraph, it kind of seems to defeat the purpose of the contract.
Yeah, and things have changed since then even now. See, what we're gonna do is just use them on the backbone side of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's,
Because when I read it, it was, the thing that jumped off the page to me was, we have a contract set up to get broadband service, but then it says, but you can't hold us accountable if we don't give you broadband
and
service.
that's part of what
And that
Brian
was-
wanted to have you see.
Yeah, and that was my initial concern, was then what's the point of the agreement if we're waiving any
Right.
ability to come after you for not providing what you're paid for?
Right.
To me, it just seemed counterproductive.
Did you send that to Brian as well?
Yeah, I've got, and then there was one other one that I wanted to, I also was gonna ask, and maybe this is moot because of, if we're using them in a different capacity, but it talks in there about, it says, Mainstream will provide basic NOC support to customers and notify county, or county's contractor of any repair or maintenance that may be required regarding towers and or equipment. I also think though that there needs to be maybe some language added in there that, like, if their support is going to be, if they're going out to do repairs, we may wanna have some language in there that talks about notifying either like highway department or other county infrastructure departments if they're gonna cross a county road. I mean, because a lot of times these providers don't know about things like drainage law, and so they'll cross a drain, or they'll try to bore under a highway, or whatever. So I think it might not be a bad idea to just add a paragraph that says, you know, any infrastructure that, if they're gonna cross a drain or a county highway, before any of that's done, they have to contact
Yeah,
either the highway
highway
department
department.
or the drainage board, or
Right.
whatever applicable county office, because I just see a lot of these where these companies come in, they don't know anything about this stuff, they just start cutting things, and then they come in after the fact and go, oh, we didn't know, you know? So that was the other one that I had some concerns with,
Alright,
so,
well, this week after Brian looks out,
yeah,
so we can get that wrapped up.
yep, but no, I had those were my notes on it.
Okay. Alright.
Come on up, Ron.
I'm good here. I know that Brian reached out to us because we're just waiting for installation before we ever get to any maintenance. And with Mainstream, so.
I know, this has been a struggle, Ron,
You're telling me.
and they're not making it very easy on us.
Yeah.
So, Brian and I have had 2 meetings with them, and, trying to get everything nailed down so we can get you guys taken care of down there and get that wrapped up. Once they brought that other company in for investment money, it changed the whole scope of things, so. But we're still whittling away at it.
Well, I appreciate that because some of the residents are rumbling, so.
And as they should be.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. I mean, I wouldn't be happy either, so. We've not let our guard down on it. We're still talking every week and trying to get everything through.
So back to your trees, if I drop them, do you have a way to clean them up, get rid of them, or
How many you dropping?
that whole triangle needs to go?
Triangle.
We're at the railroad tracks there, what do they call that, old 52 in Oxford Street?
Oh, yeah.
How big of an area are you talking about there? Talking out by Kugels?
Or you down at the crossing?
At the railroad crossing
Yeah.
there.
Where it comes in on Gumps Road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see for them trees in the way. They're calling bitching about it, so.
Okay.
Well, for the railroad or for the road itself?
It's the railroad's problem.
Yeah, they
They're not
won't
gonna
do it. No, I was on the phone with them 3 times this summer on
That's what I'm saying,
crossings.
if I drop them, do you have a way to clean them up?
Yeah, we can probably chip them and stuff like that.
What recourse do we have, Jacob, on the railroad?
Very little, because they're an independent line.
So we just wait till somebody gets hurt or killed?
You guys can maintain, and I don't even know, you might know the answer to this, I'm not aware, I don't think there's even a county right of way along a railroad line,
Not to
but
my
there is a
knowledge.
highway. So I don't, and I know there's federal regulations too on that, because I just dealt with this in Jasper County, because we have a spot where a couple people have been killed in the last few years. Is there an arm here that's?
There's no arms, just crossbucks.
It's just a grown-up mess, they're.
Yeah.
It's that way all the way up their line, all the way through Benton County, it's that way.
Has there any?
I've made
anybody-
contact with them 3 times a year this year and talked to Anthony. The guy that he had helping him do it quit. And all they did was come through with a truck and spray it. They didn't come cut anything down. I mean, it's grown up so tall, you come up to a crossing, you can't see until you're on the crossing.
Yeah, which is too late.
Yeah.
So are the vegetation that's growing, is it along the rail line or is it on private property?
Along the rail line. It's on their right of way, off their rail bed. I mean, they let it grow clear up to the track.
Yeah, to me, the short answer is, it sounds to me like there's probably a regulation out there that isn't being enforced, but it's not a county right of way. It's something that the railway is probably supposed to be doing and isn't. But I know anytime you get into rail line stuff, that's mostly federal because of interstate commerce and that sort of thing, so. Yeah, I know that's not a helpful answer, but I think that's the
No,
answer.
I was nice the first 2 phone calls and I wasn't on the last one. I almost got hit this fall
Yeah,
out there. We were going to a farm to see a customer and we were inching up. It was at 10 and 2. 10 in the morning they go down, 2 in the afternoon they come back. And it was about 10, so we were just inching up. Sometimes you gotta be careful where they're at on the crossing as far as when they blow their horn. We got up onto the crossing and there was the train.
we had the same issue in McCoysburg, and my brother Ben got hit about 3 months ago by a train, took off the whole front of his truck, and then 2 days later, his mailman got killed at the same spot. So it's a problem.
Figure out a different course of action.
What line is it?
That's KB&S out of Donovan.
Have the guy that took the rail out.
Down there on 100.
Yeah, get a hold of him.
Yeah.
He'd get it fixed.
Yeah.
All I ever hear is everybody wants their crossings fixed and, we don't have that kind of money to do that.
Well, it's the same way around here. It'll throw you out a cab going across
Yeah.
one of these crossings. So, he just kept telling me he didn't have the manpower to do anything with it. The guy that was helping him quit, so. I don't know.
Well, I can drop them in short order, but I don't wanna clean them up.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a call back today on that.
And the little ones I can use my skid steer on. And I can take 4 inches out.
You have a grinder?
It's a chopper.
Yeah,
Just some extra mulch.
yeah, actually, we got plenty of that, yeah.
Well, it needs to happen, so if I need to do it, I'll do it, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need a semi to get blasted
Yeah.
Or a school
or
bus?
anything else.
Yeah. That was my biggest thing when I was talking to them this summer with the buses have to cross those crossings, I'm like,
So we have no teeth at all to handle anything like that?
No, because I mean, you don't have any jurisdiction over there. Only if the vegetation is in the county right of way, you can cut it back as you please, but. Now, what maybe we could do, and I don't know, maybe you know who to contact, is the county could maybe say, hey, do we have your permission to use county highway department to cut this area back, even though it's along your right of way? And maybe they'll say, we don't, go ahead and do that, we don't care.
yeah, they'll do it, cause it ain't costing them a dime.
I'm just thinking because otherwise if they're not gonna send somebody out, it may be the only option.
Unfortunately, we don't wanna get taken advantage of, but that might be the best thing to do, is just go get it done and be.
It was after this summer, it was ridiculous, John.
Yeah, it's almost in the road right away.
Yeah, that's a.
Well, they let it come all the way out. I mean, it's all the way out to the road. You can go all the way up that rail line. And the only places like when you go through towns is where it's okay, but you get past that, it's growing all the way through.
I can chop the majority of it, we need to go back and tort on all of them, or they'll just come right back.
Yeah.
No, let me just make that a game plan then. Beth, you wanna go through claims and stuff while we got a minute? Please.
So these are the yearly agreements for Glenda's recording software. They just need your guys' signatures. You can look at them, the signature page is the last page on all of them.
Is this one where we're splitting it?
No, so this is the recording software that she's always had, they're just yearly agreements that you guys have to sign. She didn't say that anything has changed, so.
What do we do on that other one? Did you
The
send us-
property fraud thing?
No, the one that was, wasn't that like 35 grand or something?
That's 27.
That's for upstairs, wasn't it?
It's for the recorder.
Wasn't it the property fraud thing?
No, the property fraud's free to the county.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What you sent us a week ago.
Thought they had to do with Kelly.
Was it Kelly? Oh, it was Kelly. Yes, that was.
Oh, yeah, that was
You're right,
her.
I'm sorry.
I looked to see where it was paid from last year and paid it.
It's just one signature.
It's all three of you. It's all three of you.
One spot here.
Is that one only one? So it's good to fill.
That's what I said, it's still
You can
signature.
scribble,
I
show
thought they all
'em.
had
Calm
three.
down.
I'm calm.
She gets feisty.
I know. I know you did.
There it is.
That's a phrase I never thought I'd hear out of this room.
Yeah, especially out of that one.
Well,
Best thing.
we still got time, so there's a lot more you make here.
I thought I heard it all with Brian Berry, but.
Somebody's gonna make a meme out of it now.
Recorded.
Probably by noon. I forgot my phone, it'd be quicker than that.
Did you guys get to look at the pay app number 3 for the town of Oxford's water project?
Yeah,
You did. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
you know, just as long as you're keeping track of everything.
Just need a motion to approve signature.
I'll make a motion to approve
One
it.
signature on these.
A second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Motion carried.
Pay it once is.
Did you ever hear back from Jack on the county? Did you talk to him again?
No, I've not heard back from him, but I'll reach out to him again today.
Okay.
I did not send the F one, I got that last time. I got sidetracked about it. Who's got the keys for that now?
Bev does.
You?
I'll make a motion
She
to approve
does.
your pay ones.
Jason asked about using it for EMT training, for like stair chairs and stuff.
Sure.
I told him it wouldn't be a problem. Oh, you don't have to sign up.
Don't scratch the walls.
Maybe you should try the slide out too.
Can I get a second?
I'll get stuck.
Yeah, I think you ought to try to slide out too.
Second.
Minutes?
We get the rest of the stuff cleaned out there, do we need to shut off the dumpster?
Well, yeah. Well.
Early start that process, so
Contractor,
it's-
yeah. I need to, have you seen her talk to Rita? Did she ask for the keys yet? She was gonna
Oh, a long time ago.
move, get them to move a bunch of that stuff that they could use down at the armory for the vets.
She asked for the keys a long time ago, honestly, I don't think she ever returned them, so she might still have them.
How many sets do we have?
I had two originally. Austin returned
The one that I gave him from John.
Did you get that one from Matt?
I got that from,
You still have a set?
almost
What's
it up there.
You know,
She had my set. I got it from, Sam.
Well, then there's 3 sets.
I think I have a key to the outbuilding.
that other, the Friends Village?
Yep, but I don't have one to the.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve your minutes.
Second.
Payroll?
I'll make a motion to approve payroll.
Second.
Did you have time to look over the holiday schedule?
I did.
Do you wanna approve it or wait?
Did we add anything to it?
She keeps trying to get Columbus Day thrown in there.
There's no sheet. Hey,
They're already
we
getting,
Is that
had,
not your pronoun?
we had someone take it this year.
yeah, we had somebody take it off, said it was a holiday.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't come to work, stayed home for Columbus Day.
It wasn't me.
Legit thought it was a holiday. You get 2 extra holidays in 26 because of election year. You get Tuesday the 3rd off.
I don't care. You can't, you don't get it unless you ask.
So that
You're not
gives
gonna
us,
hurt my feelings
That's
either.
been my experience as well.
Really?
It's easier to just ask for forgiveness.
Well, Phil caught it.
Not in this case.
So you've not never had Columbus Day off?
No, for some reason, I don't know. I mean, it's neither here nor there for me, but yeah,
so
no.
you get May 5th
Audrey always
off,
used to try too,
and
and
you get November 3rd off. So you're getting 2 extra
everybody else
days.
does. I mean, it's on our state list that we go based off of when we do our
Here, the
holidays.
banks are closed that day too. So as far as doing any transactions, they get no mail. The banks are closed, so they can't do any
So you're
transactions.
saying it's an easy day for them, they shouldn't really complain.
Right, this is the day that they can catch up on all their social media, be paid by the county
Hey,
taxpayers.
this
and
year
just
I
sit
did
there
tell
and
Phil it
check.
was pretty
Yeah.
quiet.
Internet's still on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, cause most people don't come, cause every other courthouse is closed to them.
Right, exactly.
what do you two think?
It's also Indigenous People Day.
I don't know what that means.
Look it up.
It's their thing.
So what are we talking about here? We want to
Give,
do one
giving
extra.
them Columbus Day. So this year they're gonna have, or this 26th, they'll have 2 extra days because of the election. But after that, then that'll fall off. Then that'll give them 1, 2, 3.
Every 2 years we have 2 extra days, every election year. I think it's every 2 years.
So I give them 12 full holidays if we throw in Columbus Day.
Well, if they're not here, they're probably not spending money.
It's true.
Okay, that's good, I like that.
No, they'll just wait till they come back the next day and spend it twice.
No, I'll do it all the day before, so I don't have to worry about doing it the day after.
There's that. Now you gotta watch her like a hawk.
If it makes Beth happy, I'm for it.
Okay, well, it's gonna make Beth happy, so,
Then I'll make a motion.
alright.
I'll second it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Beth got her wish, make sure that's recorded.
Thanks,
Can
guys.
we,
Tell them to the employees.
make an ordinance now that we call it Beth Day?
Yep,
Well, are you okay with your meeting schedule? I mean, you can't really do anything with that.
no, it's
but
gotta stay other than the ones we have to change because of
Holidays.
holidays
Holidays
and
and then your conference.
then our conference in December.
Sign. I'll leave it on the back here.
Oh,
One of you'll need to, sign, or all of you will need to sign one of them.
no reason she was at the meeting today.
Me? Really? You gonna take your own minutes?
No, they're recorded.
I'd like to see you type them up.
You don't have enough time in the day to watch me type.
That's all I have.
Did you ever look into the programmable blocks for, the new building?
I asked Jason about them, I have not heard back, but I did ask him about it back.
Maybe we ought to put them on the county room too.
Be fine with that.
I don't know, I don't wanna spend any more money on that place.
Well, yeah, but if we're gonna have people training in it, we don't keep
Yeah.
the keys.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm fine with that, but I did ask Jason, he's in with Haley's and Mohawk, so. I can ask him again.
Really, we only would need one, the very back door.
Yeah, just one
That
door,
annex
yeah.
or whatever.
But I think it needs to happen on that new building, if we're gonna rent it out, it'd just be so much easier for the sake of losing keys and getting people keys.
And for getting keys. To pick up keys, cause that's already happened twice to me.
And then we need to hide a key so the batteries wear out.
Have you checked into the thing where you can do a code?
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about hiding keys.
Okay.
You're
You
waiting
get
for
caught
you
up,
to do a
we
code.
need to go down there and get that figured out, what we're gonna do. That building down there in Boswell's is able to use now, we need to get this done.
Right.
Whatever the slowest part of that here is what we need to move all that stuff over. Get that taken care of.
So you want to pause the meeting till drainage board?
Well, per this message I just got, I think I'm gonna shut all streaming off to all county employees during our, so they're
Please
work
do.
instead of watching our meeting while they're supposed to be working.
You married her.
They're spying on us.
Yes. They're not spying, I mean, it's open to the public.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you.
Lawyers.
Yeah, we can, I mean, I don't have anything at the moment.
I was gonna say you can do drainage board, then can come back for Jason when he gets here.
Okay. I don't know how long the drainage board meeting's gonna last.
Not long, it's gonna be streamlined.
10-4.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to put the meeting on hold.
Second. Mike said you're good to go on the vehicle.
He is awesome.
You leave this afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
Yeah.
How's the youngin? Okay.
This is his room right now, they
Huh?
did good.
Well, they know that is the plan.
He was, I think that was the first year he started.
Make a motion to open the meeting at 9:24.
Second that?
Okay, floor's yours, bud.
I won't take long. I wanna follow up and see if there's anything I need to do on the whole Boswell stuff with the board down there. Anything I can help with?
Oh, the ambulance building.
I haven't heard anything out of him.
Okay.
But what still needs to get done, you know?
Everything you discussed.
The heating,
But I got a hold of you, I called you that day, so they're getting the doors fixed. Like we talked, and there was something else, and the heating still needs to be fixed, the ductwork. I never got that, because they threw on us so after the fact, well, we're gonna get a bid from the person, she said she didn't
If
want
we're
to use
paying
it.
for it, we don't need their bid, so just have your man do it.
Okay,
that's fine. I'd like to replace the front door.
yeah, that was
It's
brought
been
up
there.
too, at that meeting.
Allows a little bit of snow in. Like a light commercial door that's insulated would probably be a lot better than the residential.
Well, let's just make it happen.
So, okay, I can get quotes on all that stuff, so you have an idea. Matt sent an email about the Windows 10 issue with computers. And in dispatch, I've got 4 of them, with the replacement for them to do their job for the 911 system and the mapping system. It's about $7,263.16. And so, I know I don't have that in the 911 budget, so I don't know what, if there's been another discussion with Matt.
I know you were working on some grant money and stuff that
Yeah.
may cover that, but I don't know when that grant money comes in either, but.
I figured I'd start the conversation now, so.
Well, irregardless, this is like I told John earlier, he's gonna get the 4 that he needs in-house that he knows he's got the money for. We're gonna wait till after January for the 5th deputy to order the one in February, so we're in next year's budget.
Right.
We know these have to happen, so
How many did you say?
4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find out what the date on that SHSD grant notification will be. I don't know whether we'll get it or not, but that would go a long ways in replacing that.
Well, we would never been in this position if our previous IT company would have given us the heads up, but
Yeah,
this was what's down the pipe.
So I'll kind of wait and drag my feet on that. I did talk to Matt to see if they would put a fingers, short-term lease them to us if they had to have a sale. But
Oh,
I
you
know
did say that.
they delay billing too, obviously they work with the government,
Okay.
so I'll work on a solution. My biggest thing is if IDAX or CGIS, nobody's working with the federal government right now anyway, so we don't have to worry about some of those things,
As
so.
far as that department goes, just see what you can get done on your end, but make sure, just work with Beth and make sure we have this go through that we can at least get them.
I'm hoping to know a date on the SHSB, like I said, we'll just gotta hold out and see.
Okay.
I mean, is it like guaranteed funds or is it one where,
I put in 4 grant requests for all different things, so I'm hoping that because it's an IT request, it'll be more favorable, cause it was, I don't know, around $100,000, so.
I mean, if anything, can it be like a reimbursement thing? Like if
Yeah, I
they
mean, once
pay for
we
it,
get notification,
That's kinda where
if
I'm
you pay
going.
for it,
Yeah,
then-
and that could
Definitely.
reimburse,
it doesn't matter what.
so that we can stay on the timeline that we need to
Right,
get them,
right,
is my
that's why-
biggest thing.
And on that, my thing is, if it comes to something to where it's, the computer's become an issue, which I don't know if that's the case right away, can we do an additional, have to.
When's the end of life date?
The end of the month, I think.
End of this month.
Oh, what?
Sometime
Well, it
this
was-
month, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So. I don't keep
I
it
thought
in
it was
pop-up, it
25th.
says. So, I think we're lucky on the EMS side, everything's okay except for mine, but it's just a part that they have to swap out, so.
I mean, either way, if he doesn't get the grant, you guys are gonna end up having to pay for it anyway.
I know, that's why I'm saying we just need to
Yeah.
move forward
That's
so
fine.
everybody's
I'll
set
get
up,
with
and we
him and
don't have
see.
any downtime.
What Brain Tech will do, so. I completely didn't bring it, with our dispatch floor issue, I had Dennis come and look at it. The problem is rollers on
Chairs.
the floor, those floors aren't rated for that. Over long-term use, unfortunately. And so, I had him come and look at it to see if we could even pull out the sections that were there and try to glue something similar back down, cut out a section, put carpet where they are. I said, give me the best option that would last long enough that we don't have to worry about it. And he said by the time we cut out the section that they use, it wouldn't be much different than replacing the carpet. He gave me two options and they're $500 apart. Well, carpet, option A is some sort of Bentley carpet which matches our rest of the building for $3,100, $3,179.80, and option B is laminate. That has a different type of underlay for $2,000 or $3,600. And so we don't have any more of that flooring, and obviously it's
So the previous contractor that put it in, and he was on him to come back in, only never, well then my last message with him, the last conversation was, well, they discontinued him, and then he just keeps ghosting me. So I'm done talking to him.
Carpet would be great, like the floor's just breaking down into like a powder.
What kind of carpet are we talking, the squares?
Yeah, the squares like they have, I think the rest of our building has.
And then those are replaceable, so what
Yeah,
that
pop
quote I
them
got for recorder's
If
office,
we do them squares, they're.
if you
Yeah.
put them in a
Somebody
square,
spilled something.
triangular pattern, you can pop that square
section,
out,
So,
put the new one in.
Like the school.
Yeah,
yeah. The crew side has the same thing on it and it's lasted pretty well, so. But that's our best option based on the way the floor is breaking down, starting to turn into powder spots. I've never seen before do that before.
That's handy.
So, I can pass that on to you by email, I forgot to print it, so. We hired 2 new 911 dispatchers. They'll start in the next 2 weeks, one has experience, the other one comes from corrections background, so already familiar with public safety, so. Well, that'll speed things along, then we'll just be short the one position that the council gave us permission to fill in November at some point, so.
Okay.
So, on the computer or the carpets, I don't,
the computers will get that, we're gonna move forward with that.
that's fine.
I don't know what you guys wanna do on the flooring. It's just gonna continue to fail and break up.
I get the carpet squares.
And then that way you can, it's cheap to replace it.
Yeah.
Right, we haven't had any problem with the other, same brand.
When I talked to her, when we quoted it for Glenda's office, they'll actually give you so many extra with it, so you just keep there, and if you have a problem with it, you just pop it out and put the new in. So you've got, that way you're not worried about discontinued, you'll have the extras for years to come.
And that will work out if we time it with the replacement of the computers, because we need to, we'll have to pull everything out anyways, or do half and half, because.
Yeah.
But the chairs are what's doing it, I mean, do they not have a mat that they're on?
Yeah, we've done mats, we're on our 3rd set of mats, I think, to try to keep it from going that way, and I was hopeful we could pull up what's there, but when we start pulling it up, it's weird, it's just turning into powder, it's just cheap. But Rick did say that they sell you that with a great idea, but once you say, hey, this is not working, well, they won't back it if you've got rollers on it, so. So everything seems to be.
Carpet's probably the way to go then. Make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
That's the 3179.89.
I'll just send it to you.
I was just making sure I had the right one. The first one you said.
3179.80. I think that's it on everything. And then if you guys will just assign these after, this is the templates for the burn ban, the travel warning, and the burn ban termination.
Okay.
So, give them back to Beth if you want, and
Okay.
I'll keep them, so.
Alright,
Thank you.
thank you, Jay.
One last thing before I forget, I apologize. On the burn ordinance, I don't know if you guys revisited that or want to.
We haven't yet, but I know we need to pick up things more a little bit.
That's fine.
There's some stuff.
If there's any changes.
There's,
I'm fine with it if we reword it for just during a burn ban. The rest of the time,
Right.
yeah,
I'm against it,
Okay.
man.
That's all I can change.
If I wanna burn shit, I wanna burn shit.
Right. It's fine, but. Sounds good to me. I can reword that or send it to Jacob and look over it too, since it's an ordinance, so. Get open. Alright. It's all good.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Make a motion to close the commissioners meeting at 9:34.
Second.
Yeah, you're already in the fast career.
I see that.
Let somebody else.
Which one? Maybe they didn't.
Good morning. Gentlemen.
David,
No, I don't think it's.
All their,
what?
all their.
Says spam, I don't need to talk about it.
Send this on.
Is that the one still 41 down there, Doug?
They closed that down yesterday.
Oh, dang it. They, out of business, bro.
They're gonna run it by hand, cut down the overhead.
Makes sense.
I'll make a motion to open the drainage board meeting.
Second.
It's the same thing we had at the last meeting.
All right, do we have questions for Randy here on the project?
Yeah, can we get clarification on what brush actually needs to be removed?
Let me write these questions down, okay? Okay, to answer that question, I use 20 feet on each side, except for the operating side. You've got to clear as much as you need. And when I did my calculations, the drainage board decided, after I talked to the DNR, that we could clear cut both sides. And so the last hearing that we had, they decided to do that, with the exception of the lady that's got the trees that she planted. I can't remember the name.
Good
Yes.
one.
Good one.
Yeah, good one, yeah, except for hers.
That's just close to her house, isn't it?
That's all it is. It kind of loops right there, and really it doesn't go all the way to the access road. It doesn't even get quite to the access road for that windmill. But I calculated on the other side, other than the operating side, I figured 20 feet. And that's how I calculated that acreage for the woods.
Okay. The lower part, at the very low end, that low half mile, there's a new fence on the north side of that ditch. That if you take out both sides, you're gonna have to take that out and replace it probably.
Is that on the east of?
East of 100.
Yeah, well,
right
I think
at the
that,
start.
they had a fence there before.
This is new high tensile wire.
Okay, that's, yeah. And you know, they also had one on the south side, Nate, when we did the original survey 2 or 3 years ago, there was a wood fence all the way around there, and they took that off. That shocked me when I went back, that they would take it down. You know, I don't know why it was up, and I don't know why they took it down, but they did on the south side. So what we'll have to do then is, yeah, because it cuts up, one corner cuts up close to it, doesn't it? I mean, it's far enough, so.
Well, half of that area down there does have a fence along.
Yeah, now that's inside 75 foot, so it's inside the drainage easement. They're not, I mean, they would be at their own risk of putting that in. The drainage board will have to make a decision, just kind of like what they did with the crops. Are we gonna send them a letter and say, look, we're gonna do this project, you know, any damages we do to your fence is up to you. If you wanna remove your fence, that's up to you. Or the drainage board is will have to include it in the project and say, okay, you know, it is inside the 75 foot. We do have the right to remove it. And we're gonna put it inside the project cost. So you guys will have to make that determination.
Yeah, I would rather have it like that. I don't wanna tear something up, say too bad.
Well, we'd have to notice them ahead of time and say, look, please take the fence down. An alternate to that would be is you could leave the posts, but maybe take the fencing down.
Well, you could work from one side too and leave that area, just take off what overhanging brush is on that side and leave the fence and whatever's left there alone.
How much of the area are we talking about that would have that?
Oh, what is it, David? Probably, it'd be half that distance.
Yeah, 1,000
lower
feet.
end. The lower end's what, not quite a quarter mile.
Yeah, I'd say 1,000 feet.
Yeah, it'd be.
And we could do that, by just taking the dead and leaning, trees on that, it'd be on the north side.
Yeah.
So, that makes sense to me.
Let's say
And
taking
so then
down
I'll
this new fence and that's not a big area anyway.
Okay, I'll send out, does that agreeable, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll send out a notice to all plan holders so that they can, and I'll get that sent out tomorrow.
So then, from that point of the fence to the end, then you wanna take out both sides, right?
Yes, well, according to the instructions, yeah.
We just don't wanna have to come back 10 years and go, I would really wish we would've cleaned that other side up.
Yeah.
Yeah, DNR used to really heavily regulate us, about only doing on the operating side. In fact, they always said you gotta use south and west and not north and east. But since they changed that law, when I just talked to them a couple months ago, they said, it's up to my discretion as the engineer surveyor, however, it's allowable. And at your direction, we said, let's clean it up. You know?
And I mean, the landowner might be well worth being contacted. He may not want those trees there. He may want it cleared, so, I mean, that's an option to.
How about I contact the landowner?
That would be a good idea.
And then, before I send out a note, I'll call him tomorrow.
If he takes that.
And I'll send you guys, well, I'll send to I'll send to Sam and Dave, and then they'll get it to you about what that landowner wants, okay?
What's that guy's name, Jim?
I gotta find it.
Davey knows.
Street Matter.
Street Matter.
What is it again?
Street Matter.
Okay.
Josh, ain't it?
I'll call him.
Don't ask me to spell it for you.
Yeah, yeah,
STRIETMATER.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, he bought the old Bowman farm and completely redone it, and he's raising his cattle down there, and then he's selling for Bex.
Okay. His brother Ben, about the same age.
Yeah.
Any other concerns or questions on this?
Well, just to continue with this, so on Max Wappy's end, along the road, all that comes out then, both sides. And then the lateral on the upper end,
Trees on both sides on 200 right there.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy up there.
Yeah, there's Max.
By
That's the end
the,
of the wall.
That's it right there, all those are right through there. All got a
and John, on the upper end of the lateral, which is the next ditch over to the west there.
Yep.
That upper mile from just above 300 and just below 300 is heavy on both sides. And Randy's got us cleaning from the west side.
Yeah,
But that house of Rose is right along there. You're not gonna be able to get through that area, I don't think.
you can operate either side you want.
But,
So,
so there
yeah.
again, are you taking out both sides all the way, other than the house area? Cause that is heavy.
Yeah, we were wanting to, I just don't wanna have to revisit it again in 10 years and go, man, I really wish we had done it when we were here, and then just been able to maintain it with sprays, so let's just do it and be done with it.
So basically, clear everything we can clear, with the exception of maybe along the house.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And then how far out, are we only going like the 25, and then, which I don't know how thick that is out
I'd say
there.
operating distance.
Yeah. on one
Those,
side.
that up there, you're gonna take it all out, I mean, it's not that wide, it's not like it's in a woods, it's on the
Just
ditch
thick.
banks.
Yeah.
So, you're just gonna take out whatever you need to pile and burn,
Is that south of 300?
south and north.
well,
It
the
ends,
house.
it ends, half mile north of 300, north
Yeah.
of the house. And then it
But
goes.
where, Rowe used to live, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it goes south past his house to the next farm. And it's all heavy,
Yeah, that's wild there, isn't it?
real heavy. Okay, so that clarifies, and everything else comes out then. Okay,
Somebody asked me about the trees. Normally, I just say, look, here's how much acreage it is, and whether it's a big tree, a small tree, whatever, here it is, we're gonna clear it.
take it out.
I just, for some reason, I put in there that I noticed there were 5 really, really big trees. I think Jim said he went through there and counted 50. Again, it was just kind of putting everybody on notice, and I was trying to give you guys, the contractors, a chance to understand that there was like some 48-inch trees in there. And I was trying to give you guys some compensation for that. I mean, I could have just not put that in there and said, look, here it is, clear this acreage, and you guys have to deal with it. But I thought, well, you know, I wanted to call those out. I know there's more than 5.
I think we counted 48, but
Yeah.
those trees are the huge cottonwoods.
Yeah.
And they are costing a lot more money to get them out than the rest of them.
Yeah, and that's why I was trying to do something on this one, because it's so heavy. I was trying to call it to your attention.
Yeah.
Just make your bid and we'll go with it.
Okay.
Well, that's a line item thing, so define large, is it 1 foot diameter or bigger, we just got to count them all, and we got 300 of them?
Well, you know, prior to this one, it was just, here's the acreage, clear it. What I was trying to do is give you guys a little extra money, because I know, the one that really bothered me is the one where it comes down, and the ditch goes out and around, it's huge sycamore or whatever it is. That one really bothered me, because we gotta take that out and then re-straighten that ditch. You know what I'm talking about, toward the lower end? That one really bothered me, that's what called my attention. I said, there's some in there that we need to kind of call to your attention that, I don't want you to sit in the office and try to bid this thing, I want you to go out and look. So, if you wanna try to line item it, you can, I mean.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I've already did that. You chose out 5 of them for unit prices.
Yeah, okay.
So do we change that number 5 to 48, or, because if you're gonna bid, a little extra on those trees, which you should, probably.
I think we should. Well, then what I'll do
that
is.
would be the fair way to do it.
I'm saying your 48 is in my mind, I was saying larger than 36.
Yeah.
Is that what they were, that you
Yes.
counted? Okay.
That's usually, yeah.
I will send an email out or a phone call to everybody who's got a bid set saying, look, on this line item, it's not 5, it's 48. That way we can keep it on a level basis.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Good, thank you.
We can still saw cut the trees and leave the stumps if it's
Yes,
not a problem.
foot above ground. And then we're gonna treat them, correct?
Absolutely.
I think the boys had a question on your matting too, under the structures. Did we decide we're gonna use recycled concrete instead of, in lieu of stones? So if we do that, you really don't need the matting, cause you'll put it in thicker and it's heavier and it'll stay in place.
I agree with that. I'm good.
And we gotta load it and haul it ourselves, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is yours. I'm sorry. I had to catch him before he went to court.
I think the only other question we got is you're gonna let it in one bid. And you talked about doing it in partial because you didn't have enough money for 1 year, for one.
Well, that's.
How do you plan?
We gotta
to
figure out
break
where
that
the
down?
money's gonna come from, but do we need to revisit that? Is that gonna really screw things up if it gets stretched out? Phil had mentioned about, expenses would be maybe different in 3 years possibly than what they are right now. So should we just make it 3 separate bids?
I think I'm sorry, in the instructions to them, I listed, it says, bid it overall project, and then bid it as the main drain, and then the lateral and the west lateral. Bid all 3 of them separately. Then, the problem's gonna be is that your bids are usually only good for how long, 90 days? So if their bid expires, in other words, we just do the main drain, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna do the main drain. And if for some reason the board does not, then you won't be held accountable because your proposal has expired. Now, they would have to make the decision, well, yeah, we're gonna maintain that contractor. Let's say they selected you guys. We're gonna maintain that contractor, but we've got to make them justify any increases in the two west ones. You'd have to prove to me, and then I would have to recommend to them, well, fuel oil went up. Okay, I can kinda live with that.
I think you need to put out a new itemized proposal then for each one of those segments you wanna do, because they all break up different, they have different quantities on every one of those stretches.
Yeah.
So you basically need to do 3 different ones and then put it all together at the end, so it's all apples to apples, or else we're all guessing at each other's pricing for how many trees on one stretch, how much riprap you got on another stretch, where you at for this stuff, so.
That's where we're at on this. It's not gonna pencil out the way it's set up right now.
Well, unless we break it up, yeah.
We don't know what we're dealing. I mean, there's an overall dollar that is figured into this, what proposed cost should be for the project. We don't know where you guys are gonna come in at. That's gonna also determine how much money's gonna be spent and how much further we move with the project. So there's just There's too many variables.
It's almost like you should do the brushing separate, and then
you see
that's
what
a
you got.
that's a huge undertaking, that brushing.
Just the brush alone that's in that project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might
You're
find
still-
something.
So you're saying that let's say that you decided only to bid the brushing, that we would accept that. What if somebody else bid? So you want us, we'd have to separate it totally out. Because let's say that you did all of it and this guy here, he only did the brushing. So how do we weigh that?
Yeah, you really
It'd be
can't-
better, for me, it's always better to have one guy to call and say, hey, I got a problem, than have to have two guys and then you guys argue about it.
Yeah, I don't wanna have that.
Let's say the brushing guy leaves a bunch of stumps on a tip sticking out there, it needs to be taken off, well then now all of a sudden the guy.
Now you guys are doing
dig
it.
up all the stumps,
It is a problem that
pull it
way,
out.
yeah.
I would rather have you guys bid the whole thing, and then if you want somebody to brush it, they brush it, but they answer to you, you know, so
I agree.
keeps us out of the argument.
Well, we gotta be a little careful. So you would be doing it, you would let us subcontract, correct?
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter to us.
No.
Well,
No, it's under the, still be under the general contract.
Yeah. However, I mean, yeah, look, this is Benton County, I'd go along with it, right? But if he was sitting here, if Jacob was sitting here and say, well, he's gotta be qualified. He can't be somebody that just picked up a chainsaw and, you know, and that's a problem, you know, he has to be, I know he's responsible to you, but if something happens, he cuts a tree and it falls over on a house, we're all in a fight. We're all going to court.
Well, that's what you got liability insurance for.
Oh, yeah, no, but, no, I mean, you see I was using that as an example. A lot of times they make the subcontractor be qualified. This is Benton County, we're gonna be fine, as long as the contractor understands that. And I'll put in a note to them that they can subcontract out the brushing, right? The trees and brushing,
That, any part of it should be left to the contractor,
yes.
as far
Yeah,
as
it's your business, you do it however in the hell you
Whatever
want.
Because one guy may not be able to, he may wanna sub some of the work out,
Yep.
you know, to keep it local.
Once that bid's let, and it's the contractor's chosen.
Okay.
No sense putting our nose up.
No, it's their job. As long as it's done to our satisfaction, that's,
You have certificate of insurance requirements for workers' comp and everything else,
Yeah,
those are met.
it's all turned in, it's all turned in
Covers
with
the
it.
county as far as that goes, and if
Yeah,
there's a workmanship issue, that's back to the contractor.
yep.
Yeah, you guys would have to have a contract with them anyway, wouldn't you? Some kind of a written agreement.
So then we get back to do we do it all as one? I mean, what is your guys' preference as contractors? Do you want it all as one bid? Because our problem is gonna be is we gotta figure out how we're gonna pay for it, and we don't know that we're gonna be able to pay for all three of them.
What's the time frame if we do all three together?
A year,
Yeah, I figured 270 days, close enough.
I mean, you're gonna
Close
be,
enough, it's a season, full season, winter and fall. You gotta stop for a period of time.
Yeah, I understand,
Yeah. But yeah, it's a year project.
and what about just the name?
well, I mean, the other part of it is, I don't know what Mike thinks about it, but if you let it as one contract, then you could work with the contractor and say, you know, we can only spend this much money this year,
That's what I'm trying to get at,
you know, and do what you can do in that amount of money, wherever it brings you to.
yeah.
And then next year, we're gonna go forward
Yeah,
with
just
more,
phase it out.
but you're just paying that set amount.
We just gotta make sure that we don't leave the door open for, I don't remember what the number was. Is it 800?
Over eight, it was over 8.
Yeah, almost 9, I think.
I just wanna make sure that we have a cap on it, because the landowners, they've heard that number, and, you know, I don't want them to come back in, what do you guys talk about, 1.3?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's when you let the original bid, if it's bid that way, that's the way it's gonna have to be.
But can you guys go
And
out that
it's-
long, if it went multiple years on the bid, and be comfortable that,
Well, they would do a progress billing that would keep their head above water.
Well, you'd
Well,
have
no,
to-
I'm worried about like if all of a sudden fuel triples or whatever.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
bid it at this,
Yeah, that's the risk they take, yeah.
2 years from now, I guess if you do it in a year, it's not a big deal, but if we're gonna try to let it out over a couple of years,
Yeah.
that could change on you.
Yeah, I think one of the big questions is gonna be, let's say that this guy, gets the main drain. And then, half a year goes by, past that 90 days that their bid is out. Are we gonna reuse that contractor, or we're gonna start from scratch and rebid the other two? I mean, the west and the lateral. That's why in the
You
bid,
can't do that if you bid it all as one whole to
Yeah.
start with.
yeah,
I mean, you'd have to go back like Mike said, and break it down to each
Yeah.
individual job.
well, in the instructions, it
Right.
tells you to do that. In the instructions, it says bid it as a whole, and then bid it as this one, and this one.
Well, you can't do that if you're gonna go back and ask for bids a second time around.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. I think you'd have to stick with the one contractor and then argue with them about the, any potential increases. I mean, on the other hand, what if fuel goes down?
The bid's not gonna go down.
No, their bid's not gonna go down.
Any contractor needs a boost.
You gotta account for it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you've got a bid bond on this, and if you roll that into a performance bond, the bonding company wants to know how long the project's gonna last, and saying a year to 5 years is not a really good answer for the bonding company, no?
I think I'd put down there 270 days.
Okay, so it's set in stone then? So you're-
Well, no,
that's basically
because there's
what-
rain dates, it's subject to my discretion, it's subject to the board's discretion. We can extend that, I can extend that.
But you're basically looking at 26 though.
Yeah, which you're looking at, yeah,
You're
we're looking at
talking
2026.
Multiple years on top of that.
Well, I remember in the other hearing, we said, look, I think the hearing's, what, is it the 4th? The 4th? We can evaluate that and award a contract right then, and if they say go, as long as we get everything taken care of, the contract and review it, I mean, I think they're willing to go ahead and let you start.
We still haven't figured out exactly where we're gonna pull the money from though yet.
Yeah.
No, and I'm still, at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk all day, but until the bids come in and we know what the dollars are that they're bidding out on this, that's gonna determine how much we're gonna do from there on out.
Yeah.
Period. It doesn't, everything up to that point doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Once we get that number, then we know exactly how much we have to spend, and then we know where we're gonna start and how far we can go with that.
Yeah.
Nothing else at this point, other than the questions asked today that needed to be asked. And we learned that on the Lindler ditch. So, you can throw $900,000 out there, but that doesn't mean.
Doesn't matter, cause we don't know what the number's
No.
gonna be. Which doesn't do you guys any good, cause if you come back in and it's $1 million, then we're like, okay, we gotta throw the brakes on now for a while to figure out how we're gonna get that. So we're kinda getting the cart in front of the horse, but I mean, it's gotta
It's gotta
do
start
something,
somewhere.
I guess,
Yeah,
to
we
figure
gotta get the
out.
bids, like you said.
And
in the meantime, you guys by kind of formulating how we're gonna finance it, if at all.
At the end of the day.
we're not doing the bond thing.
No, but at the end of the day, we'll be able to
We'll
figure
figure it
that part
out.
out.
Yeah.
We just gotta get an idea of where that number's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'd say just make it really cheap so we can do all three at once.
There you go.
He's a problem solver.
Yeah.
Call your brother Nick.
One thing we definitely need though is, like I said before, if you're gonna break it up to sections, we need this, break it up like this, quantified for the base section, lower section, another one of these for the branch, another one of these for the other branch, hard number right here, his number, my number, everybody's number is the same on each one of these branches
Mm-hmm.
for these. And you can look at it, pick and choose if you want, you can say, well, you know, I wanna do the lower end and the upper end, cause that gets, you know, whatever you want in there. Whoever yells the loudest.
Well, if the overall money comes in right, I'd rather have the whole
Well,
project
that's true
done
too, but
at
you still got
once.
it broken up. if you
I
have an
agree.
option for it. This I can't bid off of,
I,
cause his interpretation of that lower stretch
I
is gonna be
agree.
different than my interpretation of lower stretch.
I agree.
I could come in a lot lower than him on the lower stretch.
Yep.
So then why would they be different? Cause if we're clear cutting 20
Distance,
feet on that
distance,
side,
quantities.
Distances and quantities and
yeah, but in that would.
Just gotta break it up on that sheet just like that.
if he puts out 3 sheets, one for the main, one for the lateral, one for the west lateral, and then you tally them all up, that's one bid.
Yep.
And then you guys can break out, okay, I just wanna do this.
Okay, you
Or I
weren't
just
saying
wanna
like
do
we
this.
gotta name the trees and.
No.
No.
No,
It's
no.
not. Okay,
You
yeah.
just got, ultimately, you wanna end up with a price per ditch.
Right,
That way you can decide
Yeah,
how much you're gonna spend.
okay.
That would
Yeah,
be,
I'm
if Randy could come up with that, that would simplify things.
Yep.
That keeps everybody level.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which
Same
needs to
amount of
happen.
footage, you got
Everybody
same
needs to
amount of
be on the
cubic
same
yards.
playing field.
Cause one of them stretches where you gotta move the ditch over, that's a big chunk right there.
Yes.
So, you know, you can't really just pull that out of the unit price per foot for the whole ditch. I mean, he's got it broken out, that's good in that part, but it needs to go in that section of ditch, cause we're down there working anyway.
And do you,
Well,
where do you put your bonding and stuff at, price on the bid? Do you put that in mobilization?
hang on to the question, which is a second, because if I don't get it out, I'll probably forget it. But I agree with you, I think, I don't know if I have that or not, I may have that in my file at home already, what I think the price for each one is, but I wouldn't be giving that to you, I'd be giving it to them.
You just gotta work out a schedule.
We just need a sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so, okay.
A bid
got you.
sheet.
A bid sheet for each
Got
ditch.
ya, got ya.
That way, each contractor knows what he's bidding on, and the board knows how they
Makes
wanna
sense.
pick it.
And that needs to happen quickly, so Sam can get them to the other ones that have picked up the bid package as
Yep.
well.
Yep, I'll get it finished by the end of day tomorrow, send it to her. I'll work on it all day tomorrow.
Do we need to extend that
Yeah.
date out? Because of
At this
that,
point, with the changes we're making, it may not hurt.
make it the second meeting of November instead of the first.
Yeah, because the scope we're changing right now, they're gonna need a little bit more time to
I would
address
say
all that.
so.
You guys good with that?
I'll
This-
re-advertise it though.
We ended it, sorry Sam, but it's only gonna be fair so everybody has.
Do you have to re-advertise it or just put it in an addendum? Cause the plan holders you got a plan holders list. Normally on bid work we do, it just goes out to an addendum
That we're just gonna
that
move
you're
it.
changing bid date. In fact,
Well,
I've seen a
Did
lot of
we hit
things,
the
that's the only
deadline
thing
when
in the
they
bid.
gotta be picked up? Or all, is
They
it?
can still pick them up, I mean,
Okay.
Let me ask a question. How was this noticed?
in the paper.
Through the paper.
So they had notice. So you don't have to
And then I sent
re-advertise,
out
all you gotta do
letters.
is say this is a continuance, and in the continuance, it was changed to that. Like, you'd be better off. I mean, legally, you could go ahead and make the change, because we said that there was gonna be a hearing discussing this. But you probably would be better off sending out notices. That it's changed.
There's no downfall
No.
to not
No,
send
no,
it out.
no downfall, yeah. What is that date, Sam?
Oh,
Just don't say it's Thanksgiving Day,
November 18th,
okay? At what,
9:30.
9:30? Okay. And I'll send that out to all the bidders too. That means their bids will be due, do you want them that day or the day before?
No, they have to be turned in at 9 AM to the auditor's office.
9 AM on the 18th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I have a letter.
okay.
I'll send it out to the contractors.
My handwriting's not what it used to be. Good questions, guys. Thanks.
What about the bonding?
Okay, what was that question about?
It was a good one though.
Yeah, whatever it was, it was a good one.
Do you put you didn't have an itemized space for the bond and stuff, do you put that under mobilization, or how do you do that? Cause it's a big item
You know
too.
what, mobilization is really that 10% contingency. Instead of saying 10% contingency, a lot of drainage boards said just use it as mobilization. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it does the same effect. The bond, that's an interesting question. Let me ask you, why would you want me, or why would you want the board to have the performance bond placed in the bid packet? I mean, that's just cost of doing business. That's just that's an odd question there. For me, it's odd.
It's a total cost for the project,
Yeah,
but it's gotta show up somewhere because each guy's gotta have it,
yes, they do.
so.
I mean, it's all gonna be about the same, well, depending on your bond rating, but it's gonna be about the same anyway, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but, you're gonna load up the mobilization, what you're gonna do, so you get paid for the bond and stuff up front, is what I'm getting at,
Yeah. I've never done that before.
And that's all right.
Because I always thought,
It can be thrown in mobilization.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's an interesting
Because the
question.
contractor wants to get paid for that kind of stuff right away, cause he's put the money out.
Yeah, at this point, I just put it in that mobilization for you. And then, let it go with that.
Good.
Does that answer everything?
Oh, no. On your plan profile, your bottom line, you got a nice straight line, is that existing ditch now, or is that what you're proposing, or what's?
The solid line is taking it back down to the refusal and taking it to the original grade.
Okay.
When I took cross sections across there, we would take a shot on the ditch, on the surface, and then we'd push it down. And that's how we would get our depth. And that line's supposed to reflect that original grade. That's what it's supposed to do.
So the top EKG line is your dirt line
Yeah.
now?
FG, yeah.
What is your vertical scale in that?
Oh, Christ.
Because both numbers, your
What, is it
online
one,
number,
is it,
both numbers are the same.
what, is it 1 to 4?
No, what I'm asking is on that EKG line, your vertical scale, what is, cause
I
the
have
numbers.
when I get to my computer, I'll tell you.
Yeah, cause your plans you put out, the same number for the plan
Yeah.
design line is the same number as the EKG line, which is supposed to be the next one up, but it's the same number across, so I can't even figure what the
I will.
cut is on it.
I will. In fact, I'll send you what the volume I calculated.
Well, I'd rather have the cut.
Okay,
sheet.
I'll send you both, but.
And then, what does your
Oh,
section
hold
line?
on, hold on a second.
That's all my big ditch.
There's one on it.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
What's the section line look like?
The section line?
Section profile on a new ditch, is it 6 foot wide bottom, 8 foot wide bottom?
Well, I think
10
I
on
had,
side
I think I had
slopes?
it listed in there, but it's gonna be what it is existing. Except for where it's slumped through, then we're gonna take that off.
Well, you've got a new stretch of ditch.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, there, I think on the plans, it shows, I think it's 8
So
foot.
you
Yeah,
moved it.
where we
Looks
at?
like you moved it way out.
Yeah.
I saw you moved it out, but I mean, does it show top?
Yeah, there should be a little cross section there.
Okay, I didn't see that, yes.
Being along 400 there, Mike.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
475 south.
It's 600 and some feet of ditch, new ditch.
Yeah.
There's a transition. Yeah, it didn't print off. Okay, it didn't print off. But I think it's in the, specs. If not, then I will, send it to you, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 to 1 with 8 foot bottom.
Okay, 8 foot bottoms.
Yeah, we calculated what that was, the volume flow.
So are you looking to where all these squiggles that go down through there, we're just gonna try to fill the old ditch in, or we're just gonna leave it alone, or?
No, we were gonna take the material and fill it in,
That's on that section of the.
just on that section, yeah.
Well, what
What
about
he's
the-
asking is,
Oh.
up through the main ditch, you're not gonna change the bottom of the ditch flow much, you're just gonna dip out what's necessary and straighten up.
Well, hold on, I have to send a note.
Well, we'll probably have to get some dirt off the county there.
You got plenty out there.
I mean,
Okay.
fill that
Yeah,
back
we got
in.
plenty out, that's not a problem.
This is one of the worst ditches I've seen in my entire career in certain sections. Especially where it goes up along at the very beginning. It's just been caved in and there's a lot of material in there, so you'll be able to tell where the top of bank is, and there's an area that's sloughed in, so we gotta take that out. So we wanna end up with the geometric figure that it was originally. I mean, because, some places it's sloughed over and it's almost on the other bank. So that's gotta come out.
Yeah, but when you clean the part of the bottom of that out, you cannot put it back on the other bank.
No.
Cause it'll wash in, so are you gonna, is that the area you're gonna rip wrap?
Well, depending on, the hydraulic effect, depending on if it's on a curve,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So no, if it's on a curve, yeah, we've gotta stabilize it. In fact, the very first, there's a crossover pipe just south of 200. And, it's kind of, in fact, I think there's two of them there. And, there's a little peninsula there that comes out, so we're gonna have to stabilize that. Same thing at the confluence with, at the end. We'll have to stabilize that too. So, anywhere it needs stabilized, we gotta stabilize it.
Stabilize it.
Yeah. Understanding our budget.
So you got it itemized for, I believe it was 50 loads for concrete. Where did I see that at? I think I seen you had 50 loads of concrete. Find it.
Any questions you guys, Jim, you have, send me an email, okay? If for some reason you walk out, you think, daggone it, why didn't I ask Randy that question? Send me an email.
Okay, you just got concrete pad removal.
That's at the bridge. Did we decide, and I apologize, I don't remember. Did we decide, that's the highway, it's on a skew, and then there's this, somebody's probably us.
There we go.
The drainage board probably kept filling in
It's only got
because it was eroding and going down.
There, 200.
Uh-huh. Is that gonna go with the bridge project? I thought we kept it in this drainage project.
That part was in the drainage project, but the part of the bridge project, we know we've gotta do,
Good.
we've gotta redo
Good,
that
good.
stuff.
So that, yeah, I'm glad I heard it right. Yeah, that pad comes out, cause it's in bad shape anyway. It's got holes in it and everything else. So we'll have to probably put some stone there.
Where's this at?
There at that
At 200,
structure.
200.
At the upper
At
end?
200,
Yeah.
200 there at Walpies.
Yeah.
That, we've gotta replace that structure anyway, which is separate of this project. We know that that's gotta be done. That's gonna have to be done sooner than later, but
You know when that's scheduled, do you know?
well, that's the next thing on our agenda. after we
Well,
get through
let me
all
ask you
this.
this, if I could. Do you wanna take it out of this project and put it in that project? Just have them pour an apron? I mean,
I need to talk to Mark on that first.
I mean, that makes sense, whether they're doing that.
it would make sense to me too, but I mean, it's not a huge expense. But it should, I think it should be part of the bridge design, I guess. The structure design. I know a lot of counties are taking those structures out and putting culverts back in.
That one there in that area though, I don't know if that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
There's too much comes down off there.
Sure does.
That's not
Yeah,
gonna.
and you've got pipes coming in on both sides.
Yeah, that's not gonna work because
Yeah.
there's too much water comes in on that. Yeah, we can leave that as on the bridge side of it for that.
Okay.
That's fine.
I will send out a note to eliminate that.
Cause that's, I mean, we're gonna have to get calling them involved on that and start working on that next so we can.
Is that something that's in the bottom of the ditch? Is that gonna screw with the grade? Looks to me like there's a jump up there or something we had to take out, wasn't there?
It's all the way at the top though.
Yeah, it's
That's
clear
your
at
item,
the top.
that would be your item 10 you're talking about, Randy?
Is that what it is, 10?
Concrete obstruction removal?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
So that's out.
Yeah, so we can eliminate that.
yeah.
We may have to put some riprap there just to help dissipate the energy, because you're right, I think there is a drop. So what we'll do is for the meantime, we'll leave that in there, and we'll put some riprap there to help when it hits. It'll dissipate that energy and won't cause any more erosion.
Was that an actual obstruction or was that designed that way to push that water north or south in the old ditch?
I think what was happening was it was coming out, just dropping down, and it created a big hole. And I think they put it back in there and then just started dumping in concrete.
Field rock and concrete.
Yeah, I think that's how it happened. And over time, I think they've actually done this piece and then added this piece and then added this piece and there's holes in it and, yeah.
Well, back to the riprap, you've got 100 ton. Obviously, that's only 4 loads. That's not gonna go very far. How do we, do you want to
you're
put
gonna
a
do it.
price per load?
Well, it'd be by ton.
Can we do it like a price per load since we're hauling it from the county or wherever we get the riprap from? Cause we're not paying for the concrete, we're just paying for the loading and hauling.
Yeah.
So however many loads it takes, can we just put a price down per load? And I know and you could estimate 50 loads or something maybe. As a bid, but.
Yeah, no,
Cause there's no way of knowing how much concrete you're gonna use.
Yeah, now that it's changed from riprap to
Scaling
concrete.
it or anything like that either.
Right, no, you can't do that.
I just do it by load.
Yeah, it's a haul and replacement.
That's a fair as
Yeah.
it's just.
As far as I'm concerned, I think these guys, however much you need out of that place, take whatever you need.
Well, yes, that's what I'm getting at, but we have to clarify what it costs us per load.
To get it there, right?
Yeah, because we don't know how many loads it's gonna take.
Yeah.
So if we can just put a price per load on that, no.
Yeah, and I'll send that note out to everybody.
Do we put a quantity on that though, just to get a number, and if we go over, we go over, but at least it gets us
My ton truck hauls enough.
What, can
know,
you
you-
unload it.
2 pieces at a time.
I don't think I'd put less than 50 loads. You know, the 50 load would cover a lot of area. It's better than 100 ton.
Yeah, it doesn't go near as far as you think it would, so.
No,
About half as
and
far.
most of them washes, they need riprap.
Okay, I'll put a note in there.
Okay. You guys got any more questions?
Thank you all. I'll put that out, that flag.
Cover you.
Again, guys, if you think of something, just send me an email.
Okay.
So you are moving the bid date back?
We have to, at this point.
So what about that brush that's cleared down there, by Herbie Demick's old place? I don't know.
That's a pile you're just gonna have to burn.
Yeah. So that'll be the contractor's responsibility.
Like along in there where he's talking, they've cleared that, they've cut stumps off, left them up high, but they're actually out in the field, so.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not something that needs to be taken out by the contractor, cause that's out in the field,
Yeah, it's outside the 75 foot, so that's on them.
yeah,
Is that on the Finley farm?
Across the road to the south.
to the south.
The Demick,
On
Buchanan
On
Farms,
the big, okay, yeah,
It wouldn't be on
no,
Finley. You know,
Now he
we have
says
now.
yeah.
75 feet, we're only talking 20 feet that we need, and the rear, what we need to work down through there, so if they're in that 75 foot cut off this high, we don't have to go through and clean them up, just because somebody else made a mess.
You're right.
Okay,
No, leave
we're
it.
gonna clarify that, make sure we're still talking the same thing.
If it's not in the scope of our project, then it wasn't yours that started, leave it there.
and through the woods, whatever, we only need 25 feet on each side, that's good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Just our work area.
yeah, but now we have something on outside that did fall, it's not gonna fall in the ditch for some reason. I mean, if there was one sticking out there, we gotta grab that, but
Yeah, but I'm saying going through the woods.
yes,
Right.
We don't need to take out the whole thing.
No, you don't need to
5
wipe
feet.
the whole thing out.
no.
Yeah,
Our main concern is what's in the bottom of the ditch or in the ditch banks and getting it cleared back.
Yeah.
A lot of field rocks in it, I know.
I don't want those either.
so you're gonna get the sheets, individual
Yep.
ditch sheets
Yep.
up to us and.
Yep.
Okay,
That's my tomorrow project.
I think that's answered our questions.
does that take care of everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for the questions.
See you guys.
See you. Have a great day.
Alright, so, I guess we talk more on what we're gonna do financing wise on that, or how we're gonna do it, but. Randy, the long-range plan.
Okay.
We need to talk about that.
Sure.
So, if I've got it right, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong on this, that was never approved to be done. It was talked about, but it was never voted on and approved to be done.
Well, if I can stand to correct you, they started at last commissioners. And I met with you guys and we talked about it, and in fact, I think you said, yeah, let's proceed with it.
On a long-range plan?
Uh-huh. Now, the interesting thing is, here's what the interesting thing is, the statute says it's his responsibility. You have to approve it, and then, both of you can modify it. But it's statutorily his responsibility to do, to classify the drains. That's the word they use. And the classifications that he's supposed to be doing is it in need of maintenance? Is it in need of vacation? Or is it in need of reconstruction? And so we, as a county, we have to take a look at each drain, whether it's open or it's a tile, and say, okay, look, this is already under maintenance, and it's okay. Or it's under maintenance but it needs repaired. Or it's so bad that we need to do a reconstruction. Or the farmers and the landowners say, we don't need that, so we vacate it, which means it takes it out of your jurisdiction. Remember, there's a private, mutual, and regulated. And the only one that you have authority over is regulated, except if a mutual drain comes in and says, would you please administer it for us? You know, you got a bunch of people hate each other. Or they just don't want to do the paperwork, and then that would be Sam would have to do it. So statutorily, that's the way it's supposed to work. He's supposed to get it done, present it to you, and then from then, you guys, as a group, make a decision on how you want to do it. In other words, you got all these drains, which one's the worst? So it'd be a higher priority.
Sure.
And then once you do that, you would say, okay, so we gotta schedule a hearing. And you'd have to have a hearing for each one as a prioritized. The reason for this statute is a couple of fold. One, and it was done in 1965, because there was a lot of favoritism. I was telling him about a job in Grant County that the farmer put his cousin on the board and then got the county surveyor, who wasn't a registered surveyor, and he put him in. And for some reason, all of his work got done. And the other part of the county, nothing got done. And it's because they didn't have a long-range plan that said, this comes, and this comes, and this comes, and this comes, and this comes. So it prioritizes, and it meets the statutes not only for him, but for you guys. And so what I've given you was, after that meeting, I just put together what I had really quick and sent it, so you would see what it's gonna look like. I've still got some questions. I gotta add and subtract to that. I think some of them are yellow. I don't know if you have one that's got some yellows on there. But those are ones that I need to, okay, you probably don't, that's okay. And that I gotta talk with Sam about, or I gotta go back and look at the files. So.
So what I'm curious about is what meeting I said to go ahead with.
Well, it wasn't these guys.
It wasn't us, and we went back and looked at the other guys.
We went back to previous minutes, and it's not in.
And it's not in there either. It was talked about, but it was never approved to be on. And with what you're saying, I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
All that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Not to make you mad, Dave, but I'm just make sure I understand how everything works. I don't understand why you're doing it. That's his job to do that.
Which she already has.
Which she already has, everything on that. And so I don't know why we would wanna pay somebody else to come in and do that when we already have it.
Or why we got these, because it doesn't even have it.
I was really
doesn't
disappointed on
answer
this.
anything, and this answers all of it. I mean, if it's not complete, why would we be paying for something that's not even complete, that's not right?
Well, which question you want me to answer first?
Whichever one.
Last, they orally told me to do it. I thought I sent them a proposal and they signed it. I'll have to check and see and go back to the
There's
record.
nothing in minutes, and there's nothing that we can find.
Well, I'll look and find out.
Okay, and if we're.
And secondly,
you can show us
the last
wrong.
meeting I was at, we talked about the long range plan and I explained to you guys again, and I even thought I'm 100%.
I'm all for the long range plan. I'm
Yeah,
just not.
I think you told me to go ahead and proceed.
No, you need to go back and look at the minutes, cause I think you'll be proven wrong on that one.
Okay.
But I'll leave it open that if you
Yeah.
can show that I did, then fine, but I don't think so.
Well, we'd have to look, is there video or something, or we keep the video?
Yeah, we don't get rid of it, but if it, was that, yeah, it would have been in then, that and. should be-
If you guys don't wanna do it, then, well, I guess we don't do it. And I guess I wasted my time. If Sam and I spent 7 days in the office, I spent 5 at my office, and I tried to put this together. The reason I sent this to you was because the last time we talked, you said, well, what's it gonna look like? And I was trying to explain it to you, so I sent that to you as a preliminary to show you, this is what it looks like.
And
Does that
correct-
report,
You guys
which
correct
I
me if
have-
I'm wrong on this. This just the bill showed up and then we were like, what the hell's this for? Then this showed up.
Okay.
So, as far as knowing what's been done, what needs to be done, I'm all for that. I just don't know why we would hire.
Can I see that?
I don't know why we would hire somebody outside of.
Those are just my yearly notes for ditch assessments that I use.
That are clear as all day long.
Yeah, it's just when we went back and we grabbed those and we started going through it, we're like, well, this is kind of what we thought this was supposed to be. And that may not be complete, that's just what we were looking at, and we're like, well, that's kind
This is
of,
just a maintenance, isn't it?
it's kind of halfway
It's
there.
both, it's just what we do every year. I update it every year on. We used to just
I've
keep
never
the
seen
files and I have.
Well,
to-
and,
Cause they're just my notes.
we were just kind of using that as, when we're looking through that, we're like, well, that's kind of what this is. or
Well,
what
it's the
this is
beginning,
supposed to-
that is the beginning of this, yeah.
So,
That doesn't have,
I'm just unclear on.
yeah,
if you can show that I approved it, I don't think you will, I wouldn't spend a lot of time looking, but if you can, fine.
It doesn't matter, even if you did approve it, if you guys don't wanna do it, then we won't do it.
I don't wanna waste your time or money.
Yeah, I mean-
If we did approve it, then fine.
Because the statute's very clear, it says what has to be done. Those aren't classified.
Well, I don't need to
Secondly-
tell me about rules and all that, we can take care of that.
Okay.
That's not your job. And I'm kinda unclear on, like on the Siemens ditch, and what you're presenting to those guys was awesome, very good. I just wanna know what we're paying you for.
Yeah.
And what I don't like to have is $45,000 bills just show up with, services rendered. Well, what's that for? Cause when taxpayer asks us, well, what the hell are you guys paying him for? Well, for services rendered.
Oh.
I'd like to know exactly what it is and know what's coming down the road, so we don't end up, are we done at 45 on the Siemens ditch? Is there another 45 coming? I mean, do you have any idea what?
No, just in my proposal, I think I had that, and I put it in on the Siemens, I think I put it in there for the inspection and all the reports that I'm gonna have to do, and re-describing the legal description for the entire drain.
So you're.
It's in there, I think it's inside that estimate that I put.
And so are you paid up then for everything on the Siemens that will have to be done?
Well, paid up for the survey and the engineering and the design and the meetings. I don't know, have I received, did you guys issue a check?
I think we talked to Beth about that this morning and told her, yes, she had to pay that.
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna have left is
Yeah, you
doing.
approved that last meeting.
Okay, so I don't know if I've got it.
I think, talking to Beth this morning, I think
Okay.
it's coming.
Yeah, and then so the only thing left I'll have is that whatever the fee is that I figured for doing the inspection and the reports and babysitting these guys. And it's usually twice a week anyway until the project's done.
So you guys tell me your opinion on this, and again, Dave, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, but, well, I don't know why you need to babysit anybody.
I'm the responsible charge of the ditch.
Dave's not?
Legally, no. Dave is not. Dave's not a registered land surveyor.
I know that.
Who has prepared the plans and got them accepted. I am legally responsible. It has to go in the way it was designed, and I have to I actually get this, at the end, that's one of the problems I had 6-8 years ago when I started working in the county. We would get a engineer's probable costs. Somehow, the auditor and the assessor was sending out bills, and I said, you can't do that. You cannot do that. I don't know how many culverts they're gonna fix. I don't know how much tonnage on stone. I don't know how many the extra things. And that changes that bid. And when the final is done, I have to sign a document that says, here's the final cost, and I have to certify to that. That's what goes. Not the estimate, just like he was saying, we're gonna bid this thing out. We're gonna get prices that are lower than what the estimate is. And there's good reason for that. We could go 10% over or 20% over in an emergency, but we're allowed to go 10% over that, my engineer's estimate. Okay, but those bids are gonna be lower than that. And so why was the county sending out bills for this when this is all that was spent? And that's what the statute says. I have to provide a final assessment, and then that's what is sent out prorated. So I've got a lot of work to do, yet to do.
So what do we have, what do you think we have left that we're gonna have to spend on the debt, on this project?
On me?
Yeah.
Do you have, I wasn't prepared, I didn't know we were gonna talk about Siemens when I got over here. I thought we were just talking about the long range plan. Do you have, my portion that I filled out? Not theirs, the engineer's estimate? I've always held it pretty much the same, for most all the ditches are about the same. Yeah, let me see that.
So Dave, what do you, with what I'm saying,
10,500
that's what we would owe.
additional,
We'd
yeah.
still owe.
Yeah, it's included inside this cost.
Okay. So it's like far as like meeting with contractors and going out and watching the work and seeing stuff done, is that in your, what you do, or is that all on?
Well, whenever we hire an outside firm, they do it.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I've always had it done.
okay.
Again, I can do anything you guys want to do. Well,
I'm just trying to justify in my mind as a taxpayer of
I got you.
what we're getting. And then when people ask me, I want to be able to give them an answer and not
Sure.
give them the blank stare.
Well, not all contractors are scrupulous.
Oh, I know.
And so, and I have seen this, I've had to file suit on several contractors where their performance didn't meet the design, and it was subpar. And so those inspections ensure that they do it properly.
I'm with you on that. I mean, because we don't want to have to do this again or bring somebody else in to fix it.
And that's why, when one of them asked, well, you know, well, if it goes with this, you gotta clean the ditch out. It's gotta look like that again. And that northern part, it's really bad. And you can't just, if the ditch bottom was 8 foot and now it's only 4, you can't just clean out the 4, you gotta clean out the whole thing.
And is it clear, was it clear to them?
Oh, yes, it is clear to them, they understood that now, and I will make awfully sure of it.
Yeah, because we don't want to have to revisit it.
No, and I don't want, you know, and those guys, they know me, they know they're gonna do it right. If somebody asks for a progress billing, which they do, it has to come through me. I have to approve it, and then it goes to her, and she processes it. If they try to go around me, Dave and her have got to stop it. Because there'll be a reason why they were trying to go around me.
Okay.
On any project.
Okay. You guys got any other questions? Okay, that answers what we needed then.
Okay.
All right, so now we'll move on to minutes. Thank you.
You bet.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
Second that?
All in favor, say aye. Anything else?
Sure, one copy you want to sign?
Dave, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, I'm just.
No, I understand. But when he said that you did that,
And I appreciate it.
him and Brian worked on that, as far as I know.
They never, the previous commissioners did not approve it. I do know that.
It just, when the invoice shows up, and then, 45 grand or whatever, and it doesn't really say what the hell it is, it's our job to start asking questions at that point, so we're not just sending money out for this or that, but, so. Okay, we done? Make a motion to close the meeting.
Hey, on that, Paul, when they was talking about that riprap out there,
Yeah.
could we work with the county and have them load those guys,
I'm sure we could, couldn't we? Do we not wanna have the
I'm
liability?
not tearing our shit up, and it's the contractors.
So they just have to bring in their
They'll
own,
bring in their excavator and they load it, and not tearing our shit up loading that concrete.
that probably would relieve a lot of liability,
Yeah.
you guys just didn't decide